Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick completion to the tight end. Gets some space around the 30. Touchdown, Bears. Just ran away from the defense. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Bringing it out, it's Finley. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments? And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone.
Oh, my gosh. Would he love to have that one back? Open receiver downfield. He misses him. That's where you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense. And this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks. Maybe bring in the blitz. Anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Back to throw again. caught in the flat by the running back. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Heading left after the handoff. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down here for this offense. Toss play to the outside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Quarterback drops back. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
But this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He shreds the tackle. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's a quick grab. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
High completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes a quick catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's second down here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets him a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Toss play to the running back going left. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tailback with another carry. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Bears. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. Quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out of bounds at the 26. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got him. He's sacked.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack sets up a second down and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UNC.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team able to bring him down. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw complete to the tight end. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
And it's a bunch formation. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the running back takes the handoff. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. No huddle here for the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver, That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
He slings this one deep down the left side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Baylor. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that one?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
North Carolina, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Finley. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, I love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball and just throw it away. You can't throw it into double coverage.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And the Bears will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the left side. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Still no answer for this offense. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to scramble now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
They look to throw it here on second down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
This is a game-defining gamble. Coach going for it this close to his own end zone. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Caught quickly. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
He'll hand it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And he drops back in the gun. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Downfield shot, ball. They couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback escapes the pocket, takes off. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
And he's past the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
BAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And on the carry, he's heading left. The Bears pick up enough for a first down here.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Returner decides to fair catch this. comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Out past the 30. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Baylor. It was a foot race, and he won it. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Close to the tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Touchdown, Bears. And the defense adds 6 to the interception return. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Coverage team brings down the returner. So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here in 1st and 10. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. With the catch, it's Finley. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
He's going for a big play downfield. Deep shot caught out of the 15. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Bears will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Finley. Tackled at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, UNC. Still plenty of life left.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size. He's got the speed. He's a difficult matchup. And here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's a short completion of the tight end. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Gives it to the back. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Finley. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Handoff heading left. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the Tar Heels will have 1st and 10 here. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And with that last catch, he's now over 150 receiving yards for the game. Big fella has been unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, think about how many tight ends do you think in one game can go over 150 yards receiving? This guy is a difficult matchup for anybody that they put on him today.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A quick throw out left, complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Handoff here from the shotgun. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, North Carolina. A strong fight back.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. We're going to pass here on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Pena. Stiff arms the man. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm helped him to a first down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Bears lining up here on 1st and 10. It's a run to the left. Powers through. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Off with RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the out route. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And there's the handoff. Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Finley. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. It's a shotgun run call. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He lets it go on the move. And he pulls in the catch. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made inside the 10. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
Well, that is a great throw and a catch. But now we'll see if they can finish off this drive by scoring a touchdown.
After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's 1st and goal at the 3. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And the comeback is on. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Baylor. Made the defense look slow that time. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Finley. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. And now the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Deep shot caught inside the 25.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
The offense really clicking here. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Going to try to use his legs here. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Now the freshman threw it behind the receiver, off the mark.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
And this time it's complete. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Now that stop is going to bring up 4th down, and looking at the clock, I think it's a no-brainer. In a 2-possession game, you've got to go for this, and you got to hope to convert to stay in the game.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And the result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Boy, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And the Bears churn out another first down.
Another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw. Here's the handoff.
They'll tackle him out across the 20. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important third down play coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just in 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this